They told me to be humble, so I did. I dimmed my light, softened my voice, and played so small that I wouldn't intimidate the people who were never even clapping for me, anyways. Spoiler alert, it didn't make me more lovable. It made me more invisible. And if I'm going to be talked about anyways, might as well give them the whole show, the fire, the crown, and all. This isn't about confidence. It's about the price we pay when we shrink in the name of being nice. This is Flame. If you feel me, then you heard me before. Welcome back or welcome home. We're going to talk about how shrinking became your second nature. What shifted when I stopped editing my truth just to fit in, and the moment I finally choose to live my life unmuted. So you can't stop asking for permission and start walking like the crown is already yours. You don't own anyone's smallness anymore. Let's talk about what it looks like to perform your truth just to be accepted. The art of playing small and calling it humble. I used to call it humble, but honestly, I was just shrinking. I'd water down my truth just to be more accepted. And anytime if someone unfollow, unsubscribe, or even looking at my stories, not liking my posts, I freaked out a little. Especially if those people used to hype me up or gave me compliment. Like, why do I care so much? Because it messed with my head. So I start adjusting what I said. Not because it wasn't true, but I just didn't want to lose anyone. I kept waiting for the right moment to speak when I wouldn't make people feel uncomfortable. Even when I was lit up, excited to share good news, a breakthrough, or my wins. I'll have spiritual friends tell me to tone it down. Shh, you're too much, too loud. Too much for what? Your fake peace? So I dimmed, backed up, and I thought I'm just being nice. But deep down, I knew I was shrinking. I was playing small, and resentment, of course, came knocking after. And then I lost touch with myself. I keep swinging between I'm gonna freaking prove them wrong, or maybe they're right. Maybe I'm too much. Maybe I'm dreaming too big. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But that wasn't my true speaking. That was fear, wearing a mask that looked like wisdom. Let's talk about the moment I stopped editing my truth to fit in. I kept on thinking, the quieter I become, the softer I'd sound, the more accepted and welcome I'd be. I didn't want to be loud, bold, too much, or too confident. But here's the truth. People will only see what they are ready to see. And back then, I was still showing up unsure. During COVID, I was cooking at home for fun. I was passionate, excited, and experimenting. And a lot of people supported me. Until one day, someone told me, "You don't deserve to be called chef." It shattered me. So to prove them wrong, I became a professional chef. But it wasn't from love, it was from pain. I wasn't walking toward my light. I was sprinting away from their shadows. I was letting their doubts define my direction. I wasn't following desire. I was chasing validation. And if you do that, you might get there, but it won't feel like home. I promise you. I thought if I tone it down, I'll be more welcome. Even when I was serving 13 courses with a full team of 8 people, booked up event, I still somehow feel like I am an imposter. Like I hasn't really earned it yet. Like I was still too loud, too small, too new, and too female. I shrink myself around other chefs, especially men. I was quiet, stay small, stay in the background. Eventually, I got treated like it, like how I present myself. And it made me believe it even more. I'd overgive to my staff, handing out bonuses even when I barely break even. Not because of generosity, but more that because I was trying to buy the respect that I didn't think I already had. But the truth is, I was just waiting for someone to crown me. When the 2 biggest chef show, the Master Chef and the Next Level Chef, reached out for me, I was thrilled. But for some personal reason, I could not get on the show. And it broke something in me. I fell into a quiet depression. Not just because I missed the show, but it's because I had pinned my worth on them. I wanted the world to finally see me. And again, that was the whole purpose of becoming a chef, to seek for validation. So when I couldn't get on the show, I scratched my head. What am I going to do with this chef title? But I know one thing now, that no person, no show, no title, no man can give you the approval you keep editing yourself to receive. You don't need a stamp. You need a spine. And I was finally ready to grow one. The shift didn't happen through a dramatic change. It arrived in a quiet breath after the storm already passed. I didn't explode. I just stopped asking for permission. I stopped explaining why my prices were high, why my captions were bold, why my voice was raw. I used to tiptoe before I post everything, like an apology. Now I just hit publish, like it's a spell. It wasn't rage. It was a deep remembering. I remember the version of me before I learned to shrink myself. The version that existed before I was taught to be the soft girl in the background, the nice girl with no edge. I remember the wildness that lived inside of me. And I miss her, not because she was my past, but because she was my origin. The message came through super clear. What if you're not broken? What if you're just buried? And that question cracked me open. I realized I didn't need to become someone else to feel powerful. I just had to stop pretending that I wasn't. I wasn't naturally shy. I was programmed to be that way. I wasn't actually stuck. I was scared of fully being seen. And then when I finally say, fuck it, this is me, the fire didn't just return, it roared. I posted anyways. I raised my price anyway. I walked into the room like the crown is already on my head. And somehow everything responded. That was the moment I chose to live unmuted. I start speaking my truth without softening the edges. I stopped translating or over-explaining my power to rooms that were never meant to understand it anyways. No more saying just like, I just want to say, just want to confirm. Nope, I took that word out of my dictionary. You want to say it, so say it. I began writing, posting, and sharing as if no one is watching. But deep inside, I fully believed everyone who meant to hear it would. That's when I noticed people didn't just listen. They tuned in. They remember themselves through my voice, through my art. Not because I'm trying to be relatable, but because I became undeniable. Here's what I want you to try. Say 3 things this week that you've been shrinking. Post it, share it, declare it, write it, speak it. Say, I'm raising my price with no apology, no disclaimer. Say, I'm not available for this energy anymore, and exit the damn chat. Say, I know I'm meant for more, and don't flinch when the room goes quiet. Stop holding back your truth because you're afraid who might see it. Don't water it down to be more likable. Don't let the ghost of someone else's opinion edit your truth and your fire, your light before you even post it. Speak your truth like it's already coded to find the ones who need it, not the ones who judge it. Walk into the day like the crown is already handed to you. Move like you're the one they've been waiting for, not the one who's still begging to be noticed. You've seen what it cost me to shrink. You heard what cracked me open when I stopped editing my truth to fit in. You witnessed what happened to a woman when she finally speak without muting her flame. They told me to be humble, but the truth is, they were just scared that my voice will shake them. Shrinking didn't save me. It starved me. And no, I'm not too much. You've just been watching women shrinking, dimming their light for so long that you forgot what the sun feels like. If you felt that, then it's time to change your subconscious and programming. Hit subscribe like you mean it. Leave a comment so I know you're real. And share this with someone who's still out there dimming their damn light. The crown was never lost, babe. You just stop reaching for it. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.